Hello everyone, welcome to Prince AI. If you're new to this channel, please like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Prince AI. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss my latest AI videos. Thank you for your support. Now, let's get started.
Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something that is literally rewiring the creative world right now, AI video generation in 2025. We're going to break down the heavy, under-the-hood science that makes it all tick, and then, best part, we're jumping straight into the practical, day-to-day production workflows you can actually start using today. So, here's our roadmap. We'll start with the AI video revolution, move right into teaching AI physics, and then we're going to break down 3 totally distinct workflows: the prosumer, the indie filmmaker, and the advanced studio pipeline. Let's get right into it. Section 1. The AI video revolution. Okay, we've all seen it, right? A totally static image suddenly springing to life as a dynamic video. But how does that actually work computationally? How do we go from just a flat grid of pixels to a living, breathing scene? Well, consider NVIDIA's automated 5-step process. In literally under 2 minutes, the AI handles the whole shebang. It analyzes your image, builds out a 3D depth map, calculates motion trajectories, generates the frames, polishes up the contrast in post, and spits out a platform-ready delivery. It's an absolutely massive amount of computational heavy lifting, all condensed into seconds. Now, the secret engine driving all that frame generation is the diffusion model. And listen, these models aren't just blindly stretching pixels around. By analyzing millions and millions of videos, the AI actually learns statistical patterns. It figures out exactly how a tree is supposed to sway in the wind or how water ripples in a pond, making sure the motion feels incredibly organic instead of stiff or mechanical. Moving right along to Section 2, Teaching AI Real-World Physics. To really wrap our heads around this, we have to ask a pretty critical question. How does the AI know how a heavy piggy bank falls without just, guessing, or accidentally turning it into a melted puddle midair? Well, the holy grail here is temporal coherence. That just means a logical, artifact-free flow from one frame to the very next. And to get there, researchers built systems like PhysGen that bake explicit, real-world physical principles straight into the generation process. Take a static image of a piggy bank sitting on a shelf. Your standard AI from a year ago might just make it randomly float away. But the PhysGen model, it scans the image and actually calculates the object's geometry, its mass, its density, and its friction, all before it even attempts to draw a single new frame. And once PhysGen locks in that mass and friction, it calculates explicit rigid body physics. We're talking applying gravity, calculating the exact milliseconds of collision with the floor, factoring in elasticity. The result is a highly realistic, temporally consistent animation of a bouncing piggy bank that's actually based on hard math, not just a guess. So to summarize the science here, it's a pretty clear contrast. On one side, you've got standard data-driven diffusion, which honestly often hallucinates physics because it's just predicting based on visual patterns. On the other side, you've got PhysGen's model-based approach, calculating actual mass, elasticity, and torque. It's essentially the difference between a dream and a simulation. Now, I know exactly what you're thinking. Okay, the academic science is super cool, but how do I actually use this stuff in my daily workflow in 2025? Well, let's pivot this explainer from the theory of AI physics to the practical reality of getting things done. I've mapped out the 3 distinct workflows that are basically defining multimedia production right now, and which path you take depends entirely on your end goal. The prosumer tier, that's built for viral speed, mainly using Google VO3. The indie tier chases deep narrative and emotion with a hybrid of Kling and Runway. And the studio tier, that's all about absolute granular VFX control using Comfy UI. Let's break these down. Section 3, the viral prosumer workflow. All right, so if you're a social media manager, a brand marketer, or maybe a solo creator who needs high visual impact and rapid speed to platform, this is absolutely your definitive tech stack. You kick things off with GPT-4o to lock down a highly consistent character concept. Then you pass that character straight into Google VO3 for your core video and ambient audio. Next, you hit up Udio to generate a custom viral soundtrack. And finally, you assemble the whole thing in CapCut for instant deployment to platforms like TikTok or Instagram. Boom. Done. But here is a quick pro tip to solve a major VO3 limitation. VO3 creates these stunning 8-second clips, but if you just hit its automated extend button, the quality really degrades. The workaround? High-quality chaining. You just export the exact final frame of your first clip, and you use that image to seed your next clip with a this, then that prompt. It perfectly bypasses the quality drop. It's a real game changer. Section 4, the Indie Filmmaker Hybrid. Now, if you want to tell a real emotional story and you're willing to accept a bit more technical complexity to get that narrative coherence and cinematic look, you're going to want this hybrid pipeline. Because, let's be honest, no single tool does it all perfectly yet. You use Midjourney V7 as your visual master reference. For intense dialogue, you lean on Kling because of its superior character physics. For sweeping action shots, Runway Gen 4 is your best bet. Then you generate the voices in 11 Labs and bring it all together for a final color grade in DaVinci Resolve. And look, we all know that just typing a script into a standard video generator usually results in absolute nightmare fuel when it comes to mouths. The secret to actually believable lip syncing is the 11 Labs to Kling pipeline. First, generate a highly emotive voice track in 11 Labs. Then, prompt Kling to create a video of your character with a neutral, closed mouth. Finally, you use Kling's built-in audio tool to precisely map the voice onto that neutral model. The results? Honestly, they're incredibly lifelike. Section 5, the Advanced Studio Pipeline. For the VFX artists, animation houses, and high-budget teams who want AI modules, not AI magic, they completely abandon web browsers for the comfy UI node graph. Out here, it's all about layered control. They're training custom LoRa's for strict, perfect actor likeness. They stock multiple control nets to dictate precise skeletal poses in 3D depth. They reinforce facial identities with IP adapter, and they use motion LoRa's to mathematically direct the camera. It's literally treating the AI like a digital film set. Nothing is left to chance. And this is where the studio pipeline completely breaks away from the rest. High-end studios do not want compressed flat MP4 video files. No way. Instead, they render multi-layer OpenEXR image sequences. The AI is actually outputting the raw diffuse color, the specular reflections, and the character alpha mattes all as totally separate isolated data layers, which is exactly how standard Hollywood CG workflows already function. Once you drop those separated EXR sequences into DaVinci Resolve's Fusion page, the true power completely unlocks. A VFX artist can go in and independently dial down a reflection or blur the background behind the character matte and do it all completely non-destructively. It perfectly slots this wild generative AI right into a standard, tried-and-true Hollywood post-production pipeline. So, as we wrap this up, I really want to highlight a quote directly from the source material that hits the nail on the head. This technology doesn't replace human creativity, it amplifies it. Whether you're relying on PhysGen to calculate gravity for you or using a massive studio node graph to control lighting, automating all that technical heavy lifting simply frees you up to focus on what actually matters, pure storytelling. We've covered the underlying physics, and we've explored the prosumer, indie, and studio workflows. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. As AI tools continue to evolve from unpredictable magic into controllable modules, how will you architect your own creative pipeline? The tools are out there. They're waiting for you. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I seriously can't wait to see what you create.